Just when it looked like Liverpool's pursuit of Marc Guehi was finally heading in one direction, fresh developments have thrown the transfer saga wide open. The Reds' interest in the Crystal Palace captain has been one of the most talked about stories of the year, but a huge twist could now change everything. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, Hugo Ekitike made his debut for France off the bench against Ukraine on Friday after Cameroon's manager claimed he didn't succeed in playing for Didier Deschamps. Liverpool's number 22 was not initially named in France's squad for this month's World Cup qualifiers, but was drafted in following the withdrawal of Man City's Ryan Cherki. It was his first call-up to the senior setup, following a bright start to life at Liverpool, and he made his debut off the bench and saw out the final 9 minutes of France's 2-0 win. He might have only managed 3 touches, but he is now capped at international level and defied Cameroon manager Marc Guehi after he said he didn't succeed in trying to play for France. Ekitike, who is eligible to represent Cameroon through his father, played for France at youth level and was the focus of Guehi's indignation late last month. "I haven't contacted him," Guehi said of Ekitike in a press conference. "He put all his money into trying to play for France and he didn't succeed. And now we, Cameroon, are his second choice. I don't need to be a second choice. He's a good player. That's not the issue. In the situation I described, he doesn't deserve to come here." Guehi closed the door on pursuing the striker, but Ekitike's appearance for France makes his declaration moot, as he has now played a competitive match after turning 21, making him ineligible to switch. It removes the possibility of the 23-year-old missing parts of the season due to the Africa Cup of Nations, which will see Mohamed Salah miss games later this year in December and January. Ekitike's cap will be one of many for the young striker, who briefly shared the pitch with Liverpool teammate Ibrahima Konate in the 2-0 win over Ukraine. The centre-back made an impressive goal line clearance on the night and finished with the joint most aerial duels won, 3 out of 3, and operated with 91% accuracy on the ball, 48 out of 53, as per FotMob. Ekitike will hope for another opportunity when France host Iceland on Tuesday. Now, on a huge Marc Guehi twist, Marc Guehi's Liverpool move may not be as straightforward as once thought, and the England international could yet decide to turn his back on Anfield altogether. The centre-back had appeared destined to join the Reds in the final days of the summer window, even passing a medical ahead of the proposed switch. But Crystal Palace pulled the plug at the 11th hour, unwilling to sanction the deal after failing to secure a replacement for their captain. Liverpool are expected to reignite their pursuit in January, with Guehi valued at around £25 million. Yet, according to former Everton CEO Keith Wyness, who now works as a consultant advising top clubs, there remains a real possibility the defender won't be making the trip. Speaking to the media, Wyness suggested that Palace could tempt Guehi to commit his future to Selhurst Park despite his current deal expiring next summer. It's not beyond the wit of man to say that he could go on to stay at Palace. There could be a new contract offered, he said. He seems reasonably happy there. He scored at the weekend. He's a lovely guy and a very good player. I think he'll want that move eventually, and I think it still could happen in January. It may not be the cut price bargain people expect, even with only 6 months left on his deal. He's a sought-after commodity, and it may go to £25 million or £30 million, but I don't think it'll go much lower because there'll be too much competition. It'll be an auction for his services. So if Liverpool want to tie him up, they better move quickly to get something agreed with Palace. For the Reds, however, timing and finances could complicate matters. After a record-breaking summer that saw them smash the British transfer record twice in quick succession, insiders insist that the same level of spending will not be repeated in January or beyond. Liverpool's staggering £450 million outlay included the £116 million signing of Florian Wirtz from Bayer Leverkusen, briefly the most expensive Premier League transfer of all time, before before Newcastle striker Alexander Isak surpassed it with a £125 million move to Anfield. That spree has left little doubt about the club's ambition, but it has also raised questions about sustainability. Sources suggest that this window was an exception, not the rule, with the hierarchy unlikely to sanction another blockbuster spending spree so soon. All of which leaves Guehi at the centre of a fascinating tug of war. Stay loyal to Palace, secure a lucrative new deal, or finally make the high-profile move Liverpool have been chasing. Before we get into our next story, if you are enjoying the video and you haven't already, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Liverpool news every single day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. Let's get back into the video. In other news, Cody Gakpo has confirmed Bayern Munich did make an approach for him this summer, but they ended up buying Luis Diaz while he signed a new Liverpool contract. Gakpo's name was floated among the several linked with Bayern Munich over the summer, not knowing a new contract with Liverpool had been in the works for a year. The Dutchman signed a new long-term contract to 2030 at the end of August, but it was a long time in the making, and that led to links to an exit throughout the summer. The 26-year-old emerged as a target for Bayern as they sought to bolster their forward options, but Gakpo felt comfortable knowing talks were ongoing to extend his time at Anfield. From what I understand, Bayern did come, but they ended up buying Luis Diaz, Gakpo told ESPN Netherlands with a grin. It's nice to have clarity. I've experienced things differently myself, of course. A transfer window like this can be hectic and stressful for a player and everyone around them. I don't have that problem anymore, Gakpo also revealed during his interview while on international duty that contract talks took us a year, adding, maybe a little longer or shorter, but it's just a long process. I already told the club that I'm happy and that my family is happy in England. We feel at home, and I think that's very important, besides the football itself, of course. Gakpo has started all 3 Premier League games this season, scoring once and assisting twice as the first-choice left winger. The arrival of Alexander Isak will likely increase his competition though, with Hugo Ekitike also to vie for a spot in the 11 alongside the Swede, while Rio Numoha acts as a young reinforcement. Liverpool cannot stand still on the back of their title-winning success, and the changes in attack will ask different questions of Gakpo, which will only benefit Arne Slot's pursuit of more silverware. Gakpo is currently on international duty with the Netherlands alongside Virgil van Dijk and Ryan Gravenberch, and they face Poland and Lithuania in World Cup qualifiers. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.